Hello and welcome again to TelecomTV. I'm Martin Warwick and I'm talking with Prodip Sen, who is the Chief Technology Officer, Network Functions Virtualization at Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. Prodip, good to see you again. We meet all over the world, this time in London. I'd just like to ask you a couple of questions about in the general area of NFV and Hewlett-Packard Enterprise involvement with that. And I'd like to begin by asking you this. Your NFV system is progressing from one iteration to the next, from 1.1 to 1.2. What's the necessity for that, and what happened between 1 and 2? What are the differences? What's new?
Right. So NFV is really a very complex area. It has a lot of components which you have to get right to serve the complete NFV architecture, all the way from hardware, a whole cloud layer which needs to orchestrate the cloud resources, to function orchestration, service orchestration. And what we've been doing is starting with a system which integrated many of the components and provided the base capability, and we're improving each of the layers in the subsequent iterations. So in this iteration, we've improved and added features around lifecycle management of the virtual functions, as well as added the carrier grade features to our Helion cloud layer. So as we progress through our iterations of the NFV system, we will add capabilities and till we get a whole system which meets all the requirements which carriers need. Also, the system concept is something we've started. Though our architecture is very modular and open, we have individual components which we can offer our customers if that's what they want. But the system concept is that we take all these components and integrate it into a whole and allow those carriers who wish to have a pre-integrated system get that and use that. And again, the system is itself a modular thing where there are various options on how you put this together, depending on whether you want to start small, start large, or have something which you can grow gradually. What we have to do next in this is add on some things which we haven't considered in the first round, and these have to do mainly around the networking capabilities, the network control capabilities. So recently, over the last year, we acquired a company called ContextStream, whose main focus is software-defined networks. And what we're in the process of doing now is integrating their technology into our overall NFV architecture so that we can provide a system which integrates the NFV capabilities and the SDN capabilities together.
I remember us talking several times in the past, and we talked about the fact that carriers, service providers, were very much driving the development of both SDN and NFV. You've been talking about the changes you need to make from within Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. How much involvement is there now that NFV is up and running? How much involvement is there from the service provider and network operator side as far as input into the next set of iterative changes is concerned?
Yeah, so obviously a lot of input we get is from our direct conversations with customers on what they need and how we need to implement this to serve their needs. But the other form is what's been happening in the past, which is the involvement in the various standards organizations, and what is new perhaps is more involvement in the open source organizations. So as we move in the standards area from defining the requirements, defining the frameworks, to try to get to implementation, some of the emphasis and some of the momentum in the industry has shifted from the standards bodies into open source organizations, where folks are trying to build the software we need to to serve the NFV architecture. And that's where a lot of the input from the operators is coming to, in terms of actually providing input into the usability of the software.
Okay, Prodip Sen, thank you very much indeed.